up. I had to rush here this morning. Did you even know there are moors in South Dakota? I didn't know. I went with this friend last night, and it was just so bizarre. You know, I woke up after that, hearing about all these wolf attacks. It's nuts. But anywho, you guys, we got Ellery Krueger coming up on the mic. He's gonna be rocking. Oh, I forgot. There's been a quick change of pace. It's not Ellery. That guy died last week. Yeah, Ellery's dead. Next, we have Gigi coming up, actually, to replace Ellery. Yeah, it's tragic, but no one really minds. We're all celebrating last week. We got Gigi coming up on the mic for some poems. He's going to read some excellent poems right here from both of these books. Yeah, come on, Gigi. Let's give her an applause.
Fucking guy! In case you all don't know, I'm fucking GG. Motherfucker! I'm gonna write some fucking poetry to your asshole tonight. Woo! You ready, you whiny fucking piss amps? This is where our feelings go to die. Yeah! Come on! Bring it up! Bring it up for me, people! I'm a fucking rock star! Scream! Shout! Murder the guy standing next to you! Motherfuckers! They're the place where the fires never cease! The fuel is an obnoxious smog pumping continuously into a mechanical beast, producing an autonomous system of smiles and packaging tape. Gray is the new color of order, and it's the only one you'll ever see again. It separates us from the dream. Now how many times must I count the numbers? Live in a world where the product must sell itself in order to achieve the idealized dream. No, it's all a misconception of the inadequacies, you see. There are letters in the alphabet. It doesn't add anything to the equivalent of a sum. I've tried, but I don't want to go through it anymore. I prefer to be left alone. There is no shame in this. If I don't want to become a social train on the way to the sulfur mines, the thing that stops our fears from manifesting into a bad habit. Get your hands off me, sir! It's my choice to stop and go until I reach the corner. Then there's a man who directs traffic. He's an exaggeration of the boundaries in which I must abide as he picks his teeth, the fat gut of hypocrisy spilling over. There are others. We all move together down a winding road. Except the road does not wind, it moves and it dictates our path in a series of vertices and never-ending interactions with objects. This is where our feelings go to die. Woo! Now fucking give it up! I'm gonna take a few of you with me when I go out. Quiet down back there! Shut the hell up! Excuse me? Are you up here reading? I didn't think so. Yeah, you in the back. I don't think he got the memo. Alright folks, yeah, as soon as they shut up back there, I'll read another poem for you yucks. We're waiting. Alright, now give it up again. This one's called A Reason to Laugh. Feel free to fucking laugh along with me. It's a cheery poem. If you're gonna read with the live rodent in your mouth. Let it gnaw and let it tear and twist at your gums. The blood oozing from your lips as the baseline punches the back of your throat. The tail twitching from the heat. It becomes an infectious pus bursting onto the undeserving swine who cackle like hyena at your words, for which you have suffered internally. Know that there will always be something vile and putrid you cannot ignore. Look upon me with disgust and know that I am disgusted by you. Life hits hard and it hits fast and it doesn't stop fuming for the no-no man. The worst of your existence is what makes the spoon dig a little deeper into the poison before the flame hits the bottom. Pooling in magnetic swirls of philosophy that have nowhere else but here, and contemplation becomes a martyr. I've been staring down that hole for so long, spider webs have begun to grow on my face. This is an adult playground where adults play in the lack of empathy and wonder. The kids, you kids, preach about how imperialism is a butter that spreads evenly on your toast. You're emotional, you're frustrated, I get it. Well, so too am I tired from the established order that has gone on for years. Well, those who have fought and died for real change in their wardrobe go unnoticed. I find it insightful. It adds to the creativity. The revolution, however, began and ended when you combed your hair. When I leave this world, I will sit alone in the dark, bending reality of plaid and confusion. For there is no reason to laugh, and the hour is so late we cannot afford to dwell. Now laugh! Come on, laugh, people! Laugh! Laugh it up! All right, come on! This one goes out to the crowd. God, you're an ugly bunch. Real fucking ugly. You don't have the glowing personality I do, I can tell. This one's called The Crowd Roars. Where other people stop, I accelerate. All the ministers, all the priests, all the doctors, all the nurses, and all the cops and firemen and lawyers and judges, and all the political figures of this here great nation need to wake up. This room is full of ignorant masturbators. This room stinks from the bottom to the top, and so do all the people who dwell in it. That's right. When I am done reading this poem, when all the words have been spoken, when there is no more steam in my lungs, when the fire is extinguished on the pyres of filth and anarchy and immoral behavior, I will either be praised as a god by the audience, or asked to leave once again by the management, and never allowed to come back. If no one speaks, I'll head out peacefully with no more qualms, no more words to say, no more disturbance. I'll leave with my voice, and then you can go back to your mundane lives. Well, who wouldn't want to be a god, I ask, with a flock of sheep who bow on command? We need more gods. I am a god. There are not enough gods. I only wish to rule over those who ignore my place in history, create a god out of me. I want more, said the crying serpent with a hiss. And baby, it's never enough. That's when the crowd roars for more. It's called Gigi's Sledgehammer, or A Night in the Park, rewritten by the No Boys, which couldn't be here tonight. One night, in the park whilst I was walking with the sledgehammer slung over my shoulder, I met a nice young couple smooching and hoochie-cooing. I asked them if I could sit down next to them and eat my lunch. The girl screamed. The fellow she was sweet on had this indescribable look of mayhem in his eyes. So smash, smash went my sledgehammer. Bippity bop on their stupid heads. I met another fella having a picnic. I politely asked if I could have some cheese for me sandwich. I'd even said pleases as I'd worked up an appetite. He threw the foods in the trash like it was rubbish. No, no, swayed my finger. No, no, swayed my sledgehammer. Bippity bop, off with his head. I thought that was rather funny and convoluted, the way his head rolled on the grass. I began picking through the mustard and the cabbage left over in the trash. Wouldn't you know it, Officer Winker thought it was funny too. With bippity boppity bop, fee fi fo fum, down went with my sledgehammer and off to jail I went. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Woo! Shut the fuck up. I didn't like any of you anyway. Fucking call me off this stage.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm so aggressive. I can't handle it. I don't understand why. Oh, please get your jacket though. Yeah, don't be cold. It's so cold. I just can't handle this rage. Something's been coming over me this whole night. Oh my God. I can't understand it. This is unquenchable like bloodthirst. I don't, maybe I'll have to go get one of those beers at the bar that are like those crazy special ones. Like, that might quench it. I'm not sure. Perhaps maybe the next poet might satiate my initial bloodlust. Ryan is such a lovely lady, you know. I honestly wouldn't be even reading poems without her because she invited me to be one of the featured poets at the Pride poetry reading, and that was such a special, meaningful thing to me. I'm so indebted to the next poet, who is a lovely punk rocker. You know, she'll like knock the floor out. Please give it up for Ryan Love. Woo!
Okay. I never used to notice this street called Charlotte. Now, I always find myself driving past it. There on a cold Super Bowl Sunday, you came outside to meet me with a smile and excitement in your tone. We had parts of our origin here. It's a sad stream of fading paint across the campus now, like a tear trail across the check or blood smeared on an inner thigh. After pancakes, you dropped to the street and hugged me, and hugged your knees, then shouted up to the sky that you were pregnant. A car of boys pulled up and asked if everything was all right. I said, yes, she's pregnant. They drove away and we walked hand in hand down Charlotte Avenue. Now the coyotes and wolves fight over my heart and liver as the vultures peck at my bones in the center of Charlotte Avenue. Bleached by the sun, rats run along street curbs. Strange music comes from an open window. A man sitting on the front steps while smoking a cigarette looks at my dissolving corpse with boredom in his eyes.
Yeah.
Mattress on the living room floor. Late nights and dragging your mattress out. Cuddles and making out. Beer on the side of the mattress. The good times I miss. This was only last week. Growing pains. I think that's what they call them. Learning about the other one, how they are on the inside. Two sensitive people trying to figure it out. Learning about each other and ourselves. Those late nights on your mattress, the floor of your living room. A dream I would like to go back to. I hope with all my heart we can go back to. That honestly is a fan favorite, and that's why I read it. I do have one more. It's called Ever Consuming, which is a part 2 to the first. If I can. Okay, here we go. It's like less self-confident in this one, but it's okay. Ever consuming. A challenge. I am fire. Ever consuming. Hot to touch. Easily hurt. Tattooed sweetheart. Emotional and sensitive. Over empathetic. I am fire, afraid of your touch, your closeness, a challenge. Once you get me, will you leave like the one before? All the rest. I am fire, ever consuming, hot to touch.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryan. Let's give it up for Ryan. Thank you so much for sharing your poems. Woo! Oh my God, she was right. It is kind of hot in here, right? Like, God, I don't know, like what's going on. It's so itchy and warm. Like, what's the deal? Like, it's flipping weird. But I mean, I'm gonna go take care of this problem, I think. But up next we have a poet. I haven't met him personally before, but he's got a really cool flipping hat. Well, let's give it up for Landon. Woo! Landon! Let's get up here and read some cool poems. Woo!
I chose a poem from Nathan. It's number 17. And it kind of resonated with me. Maybe I've been a little obsessed with death lately, so thanks for writing this. But I'm gonna have to stand where the light is. Oh my goodness, it's so dark. So Libra poem 17. Sometimes we face death, and we walk away feeling so smooth. I mean, my near imminent death, there was nothing I could do. Death right there, floating before me, around me, in me, out me, my thought like breaths, a familiar, invisible friend. With no hate for me, I did not want to go, but nothing would stop it. It was, I die or I don't die. No way around it. It was completely out of my control. No thoughts or action could make a difference. Only fate, destiny, kismet. I felt the resignation, not defeat, not fear, just the okay. This is it. It's okay. Wherever we're going, it's where we're going. Man, I remember it's where we came from. We're going back, all of us, to that blind spot, that blind something, that spiritual bang bang, all our arrogance blown away. You didn't know nothing, but know this piece of death, like a friend, a father, a mother, a lover. Death like it's you, like it's the secret you, ever present. It was always there. Death has always been there, a third wordless voice in your mind and soul. Death is no stranger. It's rejoice. The living are the ones who continue fear. Remember that and pray for them. Empathize for them. Love your people. Your people are breath and blood and thought. We all come from death. and we all return to death. All life is an act of creation and a prayer of forgiveness. All life is the best you can do at all moments, and every moment is your moment, is our shared moments. And thanks for giving us this opportunity to read some of our own stuff, which feels a bit wrong. I wrote a piece for this one. It's called Tough Luck Kid, and it's sort of like an old dude telling a young guy what for. I guess maybe it's a generation speaking to a generation, but it's called Tough Luck Kid. Tough luck, kid. Time is forced to exist, and it is consequently less than concerned about the holes in your memory. You're just a light reed existing in that space between deaths, giving on-the-spot interviews about what you were like before you were born and where you'll vacation when you're gone. Tough luck, kid. I know being young gets old. I know the mornings start out cold, and if I could talk like a ray of sunshine, basking hopeful leaves, I'd say one day that you'll be old enough to afford better excuses, old enough to choose when to sweat, old enough to have learned better words to describe the purity you thought you might achieve after exhausting youth. I can see that you're a big deal, and though my life is only half a hill, I can say that nothing tastes sweeter than the collapsing building of my mind, finishing a thought, and I've tasted a lot. If I could talk like an old newspaper, I'd noisily say that one day you'll be gummed up lightning and you'll realize that you have already occurred, and without consultation the present will move a step beyond you, and a shudder of a cooling past will be a scarf you wear in June. Tough luck, kid, but if you want my advice, carve out those old unfamiliar faces and call them joy. Love savagely, love soothingly, recognize we're taking turns shriveling inside our shells, and we are in spaces others will inhabit and redecorate at will. If you can, live like a hungry wolf who still has time for the flowers. Repent nothing. Tough luck, kid, tough luck, but it's good to know that my blood is chaos, and though my smile denies it, it's good to know that they had to invent words to describe my life. I was taking stuff away from you before you were even born, and I'm told I'm pretty good at it. It's tough, kid, because insignificance doesn't come looking for a fight, but it always wins. You've got to dream without a safety net. You've got to dream in a whole ass different way against a world that told you how to be, just not out of wisdom. This world has set you on a path. It hasn't set you on a path. It's just got you standing out in a field. It has taught you nothing and proven that success is a selfish word. So here's a pair of bootstraps. Now go fuck off. I'm missing Wheel of Fortune.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Frickin' Landon, right? Landon, man, it's heating up. I tried to cool off a little bit. Oh man, it's so nuts. But we got all kinds of cool poets next. Oh man, Roman, he's a really good friend of mine. He's into all kinds of cool stuff. He's a funky character, I'll tell you what. Unfortunately, he's gonna be gone soon. I'll be missing him a whole heck of a lot. But man, he's a cool dude. Let's give it up for Roman. A huge round of applause for Roman. He hypes everybody up. Roman, get your butt up here. What's coming over me? I don't know. Oh my gosh.
That is not the Mackenzie I know. Can't believe it. Oh shit. Give me a sec, sorry. Alright, our mark is good. So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna read a couple of Nathan's. A dear friend of mine. We open on Liber poem 43. What are you, yet a sliver of light in the darkness? Hitherto a sliver of darkness and the light? A stiletto of consciousness parting seas of experience? An immortal wanderer, eternal nomad, a dreamer, never awake? This dream recurrence, a rainbow of playful, painful desolation, a riddle of 32 and more paths of Sophia spread through endless creeds and myths. There is a promise as old as humanity that perseverance and harmony with kindness and justice gives birth to God's apex stars that burn and shine as old as universes. For ends unknown, the grand law is do no harm to others, the only law of anarchy. That was short, so I'm going to do one more. Looking down as I jack off into your open mouth, your near eyes, blue eyes. Why am I giving you anything after everything? I wrote an entirely different poem for this event, but I wanted to honor both Nathan and Ellery. So enjoy. So you all came here to see this Nathan. And Gigi, where is even Gigi? I'm here as a representative of the government, the authority. I'm sure no great surprise to some of you. I've been watching both of these degenerates as they set up your little artistic journey tonight, and good citizens go no further down this journey. Return to your dormitories and streets and halls. This is your one and only reminder to stop chit-chatting, networking, canoodling, and messing around here in this space. You hear that noise by the bar? These rebels, you lot gathered here, you free spirits, you punks! Traveling plane to plane in dimensional stacks. You should be avoided. Under no circumstances should you be allowed to be such miscreants that would use the same words to describe hot and cold, connecting, borrowing, through which you to we might bond, spoken strings like that at the bar of ether guiding routes to riches that cannot be sold and cannot be pulled without unraveling the whole sweater from which you paid good gold. You people are no use for capitalistic goals. Don't even buy these books. Do not buy them. Your acquisition is socially appropriate. It's free in our institutions, our churches, our college courses, but not here. This was never authorized or approved in here. This congregation, you all gathered here, you corrupt this city. There's always going to be problematic people like this Nathan or Gigi. It's not too late. You can all be good citizens. Deal with these authors. Drag them out of here if you have to. They are dangerous, inappropriate people. And take it from me, we should always, always, always behave appropriately. Do you even hear the vulgarity they use? And their filth? That's not how we speak here. Who do they think they are? Visages of a different age. Listen to the authority. These people will set goalposts in your path, repurpose their fences into walking sticks away from them. They'll proclaim to be the voice of truth. Let them consider where in our greater world they fit. They'll sum the collective into one, expand their temple with psychic bricks. They'll reject you for all these books, for their holy books. Bring them to our proper Alexandria to read. Stop associating with such people. Put away their books. And again, don't you dare buy a single one. Thank you.
Hey, let's give another big round for my good friend Roman. Woo! Oh, woo! Roman! Oh, woo! Man, it's so good to having all these friends coming out, you know, and all these great people. I don't know. It's just, no one here's a lone wolf, you know? That's a great, I mean, no one here thinks they're a lone wolf. Anyone raise up your hand, someone here thinks they're a lone wolf, right?
I've got the hat!
Yeah, you do have the hat, but like, that's not enough, you know? I mean, even lone wolves themselves, as an analogy, it doesn't hold up, you know what I mean? Because a lone wolf is like, I mean, literally, when a wolf is alone, it's usually a lone female wolf that's been kicked out of the pack, and she's usually not gonna make it. It's rough out there in the wilderness. You know, that's why community is important. That's why it's great coming together. And it's like a whole pack, and I'm really feeling the whole pack mentality right now. I don't get it, but we got another great poet coming up. Instead of Sean, we got Sean coming up, like being great. So that'll be excellent. Let's give a big round of applause for Sean. Woo! You look super fancy with that scarf. Heck yeah! My bad.
That's okay. No, I get confused with Sean more than I can imagine. So, I was actually approached by Nathan this evening to be his stunt double. So that's what I'm doing here. Looking for sleep with anxiety high, a pain in the wrist, Damon or Angel for everything you do. A scent of tobacco burnt, eyes drying with tears for no particular sorrow, and guilt after orgasm. Beauty in everything. Everything is so beautiful. The glory of being, the bittersweet be gone, time used wisely or nothing at all, bloodletting fancies, my ecstatic pain. Dreams hold me in paradise and sleep, this earthbound, lonesome life. Is death a slumber, making immortals of us all? Do you remember being born? Or the last time you died? Whimpers and whispers of divine aspirations, the gnosis of being raised, hollow transformations and illuminations. This drawn-out dance of cosmic love components, the universe was built with music and numbers. We are astronauts, waiting in consciousness. We are all the thunderstorm, the lightning, and the rain. Mystics in progress, tiptoeing on piano keys. Every man, woman, and child is a myth. We are made of water and almost nothing. As it is, all rise to stars. So this one's about separation, really from anything, but from something that you love or something that you love. So this one's called Deluded. As when delusion dawns duplicity, it's indeed ourselves we did deceive. And no detection of deference that could defer, or deterrent that would detract, dreams dashed and days drowned, a deciduous love dissolving the dog days of their bond, when cold and winter sounded distant. Still I know the dedication to that desire, and no hardness is dared to blame. What seems like destiny to find nothing more dastardly than the decorum of a tidal wave, or more dire than the eroding of time and body. And the order of nature will have its due, and I, comfortable in the middle, without dusty beginnings or bitter ends. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Sean. Thank you, Shane. God darn it. Let's give it up for Shane. I did the same thing twice. Gosh darn it. Let's give a big apology to Shane on my behalf. I'm really sorry, Shane. I feel so bad. Like, darn it. Anyway, we have another cool person who I think I just met for the first time tonight. Let's hope I get their name right. It should be pretty easy. Their name is Glenn, and we'll welcome Glenn to the stage to read some awesome poems. He's a knockout poet, a great friend of Nathan's. And let's welcome Glenn. Let's give him a round of applause. Woo! Otherwise, does anyone have any meat? Yeah, Dan Stone stepping up to the plate, coming up one step ahead. You're awesome. You're a pro, Dan. You're a pro. Thank you so much. Lieber, Poem 1. An angel of death laying the groundwork of resurrection. Dead before rebirth, the hobbled voice croaks out. You cry God in atheism, thank the Lord for hell. Demons in the mind escaping fragrantly, veins like worms wriggling beneath the skin from stress and bad living. Everyone is a narcissist. Everyone is a victim. No one is going to save you but you. We've all been through some shit. We'd all been canceled if our secrets came out. Sarcasm is a weakness. Put your razors away. Innocent fades when one gazes in the mirror. Before my eyes, I've seen people die. Death before me, I've seen love wither. Mercenaries before me, I've seen friends lie. Judas before me, deserters and hypocrites devoid of yearning. Innocence dwindles. That one. Yeah. Some of you that know me have already heard this one, but I like it, so I'm going to read it again. This is, remember, once you comply, you're part of the game. It wants you to play. It wants you to inspire the lust and desire. Be hypnotized, admire, worship them, or it's fire, it's fire. Compliance is key. They want you on need. They cut, we bleed. I got better things to do than hang out with you. Live life freely. Low profile does not come easy. Keep mind unblocked it. Release it. Reach your goals. Unleash it. Your heart's desire. Achieve it. Breathe in. Breathe out. As we people sing, in our hearts we bring something that can't be seen. Dancing people seek life eternally. Love is all we need. Keep it short and sweet. Share equally. The siren is ringing. Keep singing. Keep singing. The fire is burning. Keep smoking. Keep smoking. The ash is choking. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. The air is poison. Keep coughing. Keep coughing. Shh. The path to dreams we keep in our sleep will clear the mind. The choices we make define us. The energy we spread unite us. Remember. So. Yes.
Glenn's gone. I ate him. In fact, you could almost say
that I'm howling mad. I'm just a unfed, de-wed, inbred degenerate. My words are mixed with spit as they dribble past my lips. The cost of this existence must be incommensurate with my persistence, 'cause I'm nothing but a ingrate, second-rate verbal masturbate, or just a fourth-rate piece of shit. In this state, I must be taken more than the worth of my birth. I've subtracted mirth from the world without making a thing. You know what I mean? By now, you should have learned that I'm simply a prostrate, thoughtless sheep. Nothing. Oh, sheep, not letting out a peep. The soul, I've I've got a soulless automated fate. At this ain't that great. I'm meek, it's bleak. All the standing on my feet, only good from working week to week. Chewing my time, shitting out a dime for one's hand other than mine. How great! I'm genetically inferior. I deserve this position in humanity's posterior. I'm a faggot, a maggot, infesting the place I inhabit. Silly rabbit, desperate addict, a boy, wishing their toy would be smashed with a mallet. I've crashed into the earth. In my impact, caused a dearth of production of a major. Sorry. There's so much hair something on my face. I don't understand. Caused a dearth of production. A major reduction from the societal construction. Just a function. Leave me alone. These thoughts in my bones, planted there from others' tones, invade every time my mind goes into itself. My own unknown, lost in an inner space. I throw the first stone. What good are these shouts when I what good are these shouts when I doubt my own flows? After all, eventually I'll fall, 'cause I'm just thank you. Thank you. Sorry, my bad, that was a super new poem. I just finished it, today. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, it's also a giant honor to be here. Now that I've gotten it off my chest, I feel a lot better. I feel like I've gotten all this aggression gone. So, I'm really honored to be reading a poem of Nathan's again from his excellent book, Wolves of Distress, which is out. You can purchase it over the table if you have not already. Get a free PBR. Check out the excellent beers on the tap. But please let me read this fantastic poem from Nathan. I'm really honored that he asked me to be here to read this poem and to be a big goof on stage here for you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you. This is Liber Poem 49. Good people, kind people, are the most important part of humanity. Compassion is the greatest gift. Talk to people, ask questions, listen with care, be genuine. I wish life was as simple as I love you and that's all that matters. We exist in all the multiverse at once. We've simply learned to focus our attention here and now. Our conceptions of here and now in this universe. I loved that rabbit you pulled from the hat and every bubble you've blown. You've done it all right. At sundown and entropy, you are just who you were supposed to be, making the sun that much more gorgeous with its rays shining up on you. We sat on a bed that wasn't there floating, through a conversation in hyperspace, whispering lyrics about wounds from temporary lovers, like disposable tattoos of each other's theories of relativity and motions of tenderness, while one universe caressed our need to break. Here is a moment, one single moment for the two of you, a perfect, forever, flawless moment. With the morning birds, the sunlight, something like the real world of undead martyrs returns. But hold that memory, like a talisman, like a prayer in the darkness. You touch the ghost of eternity for a night. Love that moment. Her name was Tempest, and everything was an act because she hurt so much. If she felt, she bled. And even with my arms draped around her, she still drowned in the past. When I sleep at night, it is to travel from one point in space to another. When I wake, it is to experience one moment next to another. Do you ever forget that you don't love me anymore? I've written of heaven and fire before the beginning and the end, of light and love. Now I've been a dolphin in the sun, facing death, unpredictable and inevitable. I have been your science experiment. I am strongly supported by spirits and significance from across the multiverse that pop in to educate and divine, or just hang out. Friends from around the universe. It's a quirky delight, and measured with precision into a certain conscious sanity and reality. The games and paradigms of chaos mages. Withdraw sex from the equation of romantic encounters, and what is left is the purity that changes lead into gold. There is no exception to the rule. There is no exception for bad behavior. When you want to be moved in all things. Mundane actions are as profound and meaningful as sacred actions, because all actions are sacred actions. Everything is sacred. I am learning more than I thought I needed to know about accepting things out of my control. There is much, so much more than I realize as I write frantically. The tempo of the rain dripping around the house outside tonight is like a friendly ally urging me on. It's been raining all day. Not a sad rain, a pupil dilated, cozy under blankets, half asleep and dreaming kind of day. We are swans at best, fallen angels, desperate for reunion, like so many rivers returning to a single current. Spiritual chaos, spiritual assault. Have I failed my philosophies if I've fallen apart in the face of devastation? No, I'm not giving up. Pain is pain. We feel it. The destruction of self is painful. The most miserable thing. At the end of the night, I drive home alone to be alone, and I'm not the only one. Everything is new and exciting when you're young. Everything is a discovery and a new experience. Stages of life. Discover who you are. I had this idea in my head that the people that love and care for each other take care of each other. That when life gets difficult, they are there to hold you up. I discovered that not everyone lives by the same philosophy. I discovered that some people's love is unstoppable. There is a certain arrogance in the present, holding itself above the past and the future. An arrogance believing that the present knows best. The belief systems of the present are the best belief systems. One thing that I have noticed that comes with age is the experience of the passage of time. With the passage of time, if you watch closely, you witness the changes in belief systems. I'm not saying any belief system is superior to another. I'm saying along with questioning authority, we should question ourselves and our belief systems. I am speaking of the individual and the collective. Frequent graveyards and carnivals, we bleed insecurities from our eyeballs like a confession of pedestrians looking in shop windows. Dance alone when the life falls apart, cracking up with dignity. There's no original thought, but there is thought new to you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure, Thank you so much. It was a real excellent time getting to read some poems to you guys. I'm going to take a break and cool off a little bit myself, but besides that, we're going to take a 10-minute pause and then we'll be right back to get some more excellent music rocking out for the rest of the night. So we hope to have you here. Check out the bar, buy some new drinks or whatever. I don't know. Keep having a blast. You guys are lovely. Thank you all so much. We love you guys. Thank you. Full circle. Woo! We'll be right back in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, clap. Thank you. Wolves of Distress, on sale now. And of course my book, Where Our Feelings Go to Die. The deal runs all night. Buy a book, get a free PBR, and we're just so happy you all turned out tonight and made it an awesome night for the both of us. So, you don't have to go home yet. Is this a good spot to tell Norwegian jokes now? Okay, so it's kind of ended for you, but it's not over for me. Okay, I'm gonna lay it on you. They threw me on stage. So, here we go. All right, folks. Got a question for you. Why is there North Dakota and South Dakota? Why'd they divide the two states up? Why? What? So Norwegians wouldn't get lost. Yeah! Alright. So, okay, here's another question for you. I only got two. Where do Norwegians come from? Anyone? Any guesses? Where do Norwegians come from? Come on.
Norway.
Wrong answer, sir. You lose. Anyone? Where do Norwegians come from? Nobody? You're very disinterested. I did my job. You don't want to be here anymore. They come from Iowa. They come from Iowa. Thank you and good night.